benefit. So today we'll talk about autoscaling, and what it means is that when there is a specific load on the server, it should go ahead and create an instance. And if the load is lesser than a certain value, that instance should automatically be created, right? Remember, we're talking about Myntra.com example, or an e-commerce website or ebay.com website, which has got multiple web servers behind the load balancer. Like when we saw that load balancer, we created 2 load balancers, modified the website and things like that. So autoscaling is a process in which machines are automatically created when there is very high amount of load, and they will automatically get deleted when the load is less. So what we're going to do today is create VMs. And because we now know the Linux, now we know about the Windows, we'll go ahead and try to do something with Linux now. So we will create Amazon instances. Okay. Once the instance is created, we will install a web server on it. And in Windows we call it as an IIS. Here we call it as Apache. Okay. We'll install Apache, start the Apache services. The Apache service is called as HTTPD. D stands for daemon. Okay. You have to install that. Once that is started, we have to create an image out of it. What does image mean? Image is a copy of this machine. So if you have to deploy multiple machines in this manner, then you do not have to go through the whole process. Just create an Apache, just create a VM, and then create an image out of it. So that ways you will be able to deploy multiple instances or multiple virtual machines with that software inside that. You don't have to explicitly install software again. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we'll go ahead and create an image. Once that image is created, what we're gonna do, we'll go and work on the autoscalers. In the autoscalers, you define a threshold. There are 2 parts of it. One is when there is a certain load on the machine, what kind of machine do you want? Second is define thresholds. And here the answer for this will be, what kind of machine do you want? You want the image. Threshold is when the load is say up to 40%. When the load is up to 40%, create one machine. And now the load is say 60%, create another machine. And now the load dropped to 20%, delete the machines that were created. Right? Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes.
Yourself? Madhvi, you there? No? Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do EC2 and quickly launch a Linux image. Let's do this. Instead of me doing it, I will let you share your screen so that I do it with your screen rather than me doing it, because I don't want to practice. I've done enough of these labs and things like that. So who wants to volunteer here? The person who's going to be volunteering, I'm going to make them presenter. If nobody volunteers, I will go ahead and do it.
I can do that. No problem.
Okay, that's nice. So here you are. You're the presenter now. All right. Let's click on EC2. Launch instance. Create an instance, right? Launch instance. Launch the first one, Amazon Linux image. Keep going. Yeah, yeah. And make sure that they're in public, yeah? Make sure they're in public. Always make sure that they are in public.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, give it some storage, leave all those settings default, make sure that you have the key pair. Web server 1. Yeah, that's good. Now, because it's going to be a web server, right? Guys, Vivek, it's going to be a web server, right? So let's open port
Yeah.
80 as well.
Putty?
The other day we had a lot of issues, isn't it? The class ran for about 2 hours. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had issues.
Yes.
Then the very next day I got an email from Amazon that at that time they were doing some maintenance on security groups. Remember what the issue was? The issue was
Uh-huh.
that when we tried to add a rule to that security group, it was not staying there. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah, so next day I got an email. So I've sent that email to you as well. Hope you got it.
Yeah. 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 We've seen
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Right. That was an email that they sent. There was a problem with the security group and they are fixing. So add a rule there, please. Add port number 80, HTTP. That's it. Oh, what was that? Hey, wait a minute. Look at that last column source. We have got something different. That's IPv6. Remove that. That's IPv6. Okay, VPN launch. Yeah, launch. Launch. Okay. Make sure you have the key pair. So your email address is vivek.bhargav, right?
Yes.
And okay. Just send the notes. Okay. That's up and running, isn't it? Can you open your email here? I've sent few notes there. Bandhavi, I've sent it to you as well. So I just wanted to explain what's there in the email so that nothing's going to be a surprise for you. Okay, so the first step here is to create an instance. So we pick up Amazon instance and open port number 22 and port number 80. Then you connect to that instance using PuTTY. Then install HTTPD and get the services up and running. How do you install Apache? You install Apache by installing HTTPD. The command to install HTTPD is sudo yum install HTTPD. And then after installing the service, you have to start the service. And the second command is for that. Okay, so that the service is on. The third command, sudo chk config HTTPD on. So what happens is in Linux, when you restart the server, the services are not started automatically. Like in Windows, they start automatically. But in Linux, some of the services are not started. So upon a reboot, the HTTP service will not be persistent. So here I'm just making sure that when I restart, every time I restart my Linux server, the service is also on. Okay. Now because it is a public IP, yeah, the machine will have a public IP, so I should be able to access that using http:// the public IP address of the Linux machine. Okay. Let's do it so far, and then after that I'll explain that. Please go ahead and putty to that. So you need a putty gen as well. You want a putty gen? You have to download putty gen, yeah. What's that? Now you downloaded something crazy. I don't know what that is, but you download the whole. Yeah, let me find a link for you. You should be able to get that in putty.org. Let me check.
Okay.
Do you have WinSCP software? WinSCP?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. I think right here you should have that. PuttyGen. Yeah, it's there on the right. Last one. Last extreme last one. PuttyGen. Yeah. That's Pigeon. Yeah, right underneath that. Exactly. Let's download that, please. Bandhavi, are you following us, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm listening to it.
Okay. Great. Hey, by the way, did you do the labs for the load balancer?
Load balance. Yeah, I've done it.
Okay. You're successful?
Yeah, I'm able to do that.
Great. Please click on load. Load. Then load the PEM file. PEM file. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Click on save private key. Yes. Okay. Save it. Give it some name. Okay. We don't need PuttyGen now. Let's close it and launch Putty. What's that? Close it. We don't need it. Right click and say new session. New session. Very good. Now copy paste the IP address here, please. No, you are very fast, Vivek. Let's close it. Close it.
Sorry.
Yeah, right click, new session. Bandhavi, watch it carefully, okay? New session. Paste it here. Paste the IP address here. Public IP. Yeah. Scroll up. Yeah, 5214. Okay, now hold on. On the right side, sorry, on the left side you have SSH. On the extreme right hand side, bottom, yeah. Click on auth, the left side, auth. Click on it. Click on auth. Sir, yeah. Vivek, my friend, please click on auth. Okay, now click on browse. Now show it the ppk file, please. Awesome. Autoscaling.ppk. Double click on that. And say open now. Open. Great. The user ID is EC2, everything lowercase, okay? EC2 hyphen user. I said hyphen, that's a slash.
Hyphen.
That's a slash, okay? Hyphen user. Enter, please. That's it.
Sorry.
No problem. We all do mistakes. We are here to learn from them. By default, in Windows, the user ID is administrator. In Linux, the default one is EC2-user. Okay, by default. In some of the Linux instances, EC2-user may not work. And if you're creating a Ubuntu flavor machine, that will have username as Ubuntu. Rest of them as EC2 as -user. Okay, so that's it. Your machine is ready, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and update the machine. Okay, update the machine is like doing your Windows updates. You understand what Windows updates are? There's a command out there that I just typed in. Please type that in there, please. Sudo yum. Okay, sudo yum. Try that. Does that work? Yeah, say yes. So you're just updating the machine because the image that you create from where you created may be an old one, yeah?
Yeah. So, yeah.
So just say yes and enter that.
Yeah.
You're just updating your machine. Awesome. Now go back to your notes which are there in your Gmail. What is the next step we have to do? We have to install Apache on it, right? Install sudo yum install httpd. Yeah.
It's done. So,
Is
is it
that?
started right away or? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not started. If you want to find the status, just say sudo that was the command. If you want to find the status of that machine, sorry, status of the service, whether that is started.
Apache.
So you say sudo service HTTPD status. Is there in the chat? Sudo service. Oh, there's a typo. There's a typo. Hold on. Yeah, that's it. So it says HTTP is stopped. To start it, say sudo service HTTPD start. You can just use the up arrow and it will come back. Yeah, you can use the up arrow. Enter. A sudo. Sudo. All right, now go ahead and do sudo service HTTP status. That is running. Okay. But when if you reboot this server, right? If you restart the server, the service will be stopped again. So for that purpose, you have to copy and paste that command so that every time you restart the server, the service will survive the restart. Okay. So go back to your screen, type in the third command. Sorry. So that way it will be up and running all the time. Awesome. Would you try to access this machine with public IP? So go to browser and type in http:// let's go to browser and type in http:// public IP. Public IP, sir.
Yes. It's landed on the test page.
Yeah, that's good, right? So that's your public IP.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and create an image of this machine. Okay, so every time, so let's consider this as a web server. So if you have some HTML skills and all that, you can go ahead and try to modify that. Okay, you can go to maybe in your free time, see how you can modify this page on that server. How can you can customize that, make it an e-commerce site or whatever, you can go try to do that. Okay, but for now, let's consider that this is your website, and go back to AWS console. Yeah, image, create image, correct. Give it a name. Mandav, you're following, right? Why we are taking image? What's the purpose here?
Can you repeat from the last command in the putty? Because it was not audible for me, so I had to connect again.
Yes, I saw it.
Well, I missed that.
Yeah, so it used to disappear for a minute. But the last command was about making sure that the service survives a reboot. In Linux, when you restart a server, the services are also stopped. So that command will make sure that every time you restart a server, the service is also started. After that, we went to the browser and then copied that public IP. and we just saw whether it's working or not, which actually works.
Okay.
That's it. Now we are taking an image of it.
So shall I go for no reboot?
Yeah, let's go ahead and create image. Yeah, it's important to not select the no reboot option, although you have been given that option. Um, the reboot option will make sure that the image is taken properly. So a reboot is really required for the image to happen. But just in case if this machine is in production and the image is really required, you can select that as no reboot. Getting it right?
Yeah, it's slowly. It's pending.
Right. Okay. All right. So that's working anyways. Let's, in the interest of time, let's move on, okay? Because silence kills. um, let's go to, yeah, so second step is done. Create image. We'll go to step three. Step three. So you go to AWS console. AWS console, please. All right. On the left side, you see images. Okay, that's running as well. 2x2 checks complete. All right, let's forget about it. Click on, well, let's scroll down. Scroll down on the left side. Scroll down till the time you see auto scaling. Click on auto scaling. Yeah, anything is fine. Either launch configurations or auto scaling groups. It will take you to the same screen, at least for now. So create an auto scaling group. Yes, let's click on it. Here we are giving, yeah, so it says you got two options, right? Create launch config. Second is auto scaling group. So this is what I was saying. In here you have two options. It's not an option actually. There are two steps. The first step is to tell the auto scaling group which machine do you want to launch when they're in the next threshold, and you define those thresholds in step number 2. Okay, so let's click on launch configuration. So do you want to launch an Amazon instance, Red Hat instance, SUSE instance? What do you want to launch when there is a high threshold? Vivek, what do you want to launch when there is a high threshold?
Red Hat. Shall we go
No,
for Red Hat?
we want to launch the image because we already have the image.
Okay.
So on the left
Sorry. Yeah,
side,
yeah. Image.
click on my AMIs, right, Bandhavi? You were
Yeah,
saying
you
something.
can go to
Yeah,
my ones. I was telling that only, my AMI.
exactly. So you got auto scaling there. Select that and keep moving. And I just like how much of RAM do you want to give it to that? How much of storage and all of that you have to go through. Give it a name, yeah. Launch config. First launch config. No, not autoscale. First launch config. Okay. So click on advanced details on the left side. I'm going to explain you advanced detail stuff. Now, you see the user data section? That user data section can be used as a login script. Now, yeah, that one can be used as a login script. Do you want to run a script when the machine is starting? That's what it means. So you can either copy paste that script or use a file over there. The second option says, do you want to give it a public IP? Do you want that to be private IP and things like that? Right? That's what it means. So scroll up a little bit, or you don't want to give it a public IP. You can set up monitoring in that. And what is the difference between enabling monitoring and not enabling monitoring? So if you check that box,
So
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it will give for 1 minute. It will give for 1 minute, and if it not like if you did not check in, it gives for 5 minutes.
Right, exactly, exactly. Great. Let's add storage to it now. Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. Next, security group. Okay. Now the problem is that there's a problem here. Security group. The security group must be in the same VPC. So select an existing security group. All right. Now, in which VPC are you creating it? Can you scroll down and see the list of all, whole VPCs that you have? So you got A9 and 8A. Which one is your VPC? Can you right click on VPC
Yeah,
in?
8.
Sorry,
Yeah, A8. I think yeah.
8.
So let me see. Yeah.
Always make it a habit to launch in new window. Well, great, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, A8 because this is I created. This is the thing I worked yesterday.
Okay.
A8.
Okay,
8A, sorry.
let's go. We can select that, and no, we don't want that. We don't want that. Scroll down. Next one.
HTTP.
Hey, just a moment, okay? Just a moment.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. I hope you can hear me. Audible, right? Right. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, let's select the second last one, which is EAF one, right? Let's select that one. Let's select that one. EAF one. Let's select only that one. I think you selected two. Launch Wizard one. Yeah, so that's got 80, right? That's good. So we can later on go to that security group and modify that later on. Okay?
Okay, so we'll go for review.
Yeah, we'll go with this one now, and then later on we can go to the security group and open port number 22 and whatever is required. Okay?
Okay.
Let's go for it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's why I was saying gotta open port number
Yeah.
22. All right, let's create launch config. Go for it. Now here, okay, you give it a group name. Now you can say first auto scaling group or whatever. Okay. Now in this group, the group size, hold on.
Sorry.
In this group, how many machines do you want? So if you select one machine will automatically start. If you put three machines here, three machines will be pumped up into your EC2. Okay. So for now, we will keep one. The second one, the third option here is network. In which VPC do you want to launch it, which is good. Now select subnet. So you got one in 2A, 2C, 2B, which is good. Yeah, let's select all of them. Click on that. Click on it. Click on it again. Yeah, that, that, that. That's good. Says there's a problem with IP addresses and all that. So we have to go back and make sure that your subnets have public IP. So two things you have to do. Two things you have to do is number one, go back to VPC and change that security group. Change that security group. You remember the security group name?
I created for each subnet one security group
Yeah,
actually.
no, you don't have to worry about that. Go back to subnets. We'll do that later. Go back to subnets. Yeah, subnets. Now for every subnet, just right click and make sure that they have a public IP assigned. Yeah, public. Yeah, I auto assign public IP. Yes. Okay. How about the other one? Yes. Okay. How about the last one? That is also yes, which is good. Now you don't have to worry. Just click next on the auto scaling thing. Next.
So this thing, keep this group at its initial size.
No, we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that thresholds, we set up certain thresholds. Click on it. Click on the second one. So when do you want to auto scale? Do you want to auto scale when the CPU utilization is about 60% or 50% or 30% for that matter, right? That's what you want to do. So in that scale between 1 and 1, put 10 over there, 1 and 10. So the maximum size of that auto scaling will be 10. 10 machines you can create in that auto scaling group. Scroll down further, you will get an alarm. Click on add an alarm, add new alarm, right? I think you should have an SNS topic, right? We created that SNS topic. Did you delete them?
Yes, I used my email ID, so maybe it got deleted. Last time I
Okay,
did one using my email ID. Yeah.
let's cancel it then. Cancel it. Yeah. On the left side, click on services on the top. Click on services. And under messaging on the right side, right click on SNS and open in new tab. Get started. You know how to create SNS, right? Create it. Is that done? Okay. Email. It's awesome. It's great. Please go ahead and verify. You should get an email. That's it. It's good. Just refresh the SNS page to see if that is done. Okay. Go back to auto scaling. Auto scaling, sir. Okay. That's it. Now click on add new alarm. Alright, you got that. Okay. Now, what I want to say is that when do you want the machine being automatically scaled up? When the average CPU utilization is greater than or equal to, let's say 40%. Just type 40 there. For about 1 minute or at least one time consecutively for about a minute, because the CPU utilization can go up and down. As soon as it reaches 40%, you don't want it to create a machine. It should be there for at least a minute or 5 minutes. In production, you keep it 5 or 15 minutes. But for now, we'll keep it 1 minute. You understood what that is? So the CPU should be at 40% for at least a minute, because the CPU utilization will go up and down. Let's say now it is 35, next minute it is 38, next after 38, after 30 seconds it will go up to 60, after 30 seconds it drops down to 40. So if there is so much of inconsistency, you don't want it to create a machine. It should be at least greater than or equal to 40 for at least a minute constantly, right? So create alarm. That's one. Now take action. So when such a thing happens, what kind of action do you want to take? You want to add how many instances? You can do that. Add one instance or two instances or three instances. What do you want to do, right? So you selected one there. When CPU utilization is greater than 40, you can add one more step. Add one more step and say, now add two machines. On the right side, you see that 40, type 60 on the right side. 60 in that box, sir, on the right side box. Yeah, type it there. So when the CPU utilization is between 40 and 60, create one machine. When it is greater than 60, create two instances. Does that make sense, everybody? So like
Yes.
that you can continuously keep on adding steps, as many steps you want. Okay, for now let's go ahead and cross that, cancel the second line, and you're actually doing auto scaling, increasing the group size. You also have to decrease the group size. If the CPU utilization is less than 40, what do you want to do? Or less than 20, you have to remove one instance as well. So click on add alarm.
Is that right?
Right, is less than or equal to 20. That's perfect. For at least 1 minute, select 1 minute. That's it. Say create alarm. That's it, you're done. I hope you understood all of this. Bandhavi.
Yeah.
It
I'm
says
telling.
greater than or equals to. So
Hey, look at it the other way. Read it from the other side. CPU utilization is less than or equal to 20. If you read it from other side, you will get it. Right?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Create notifications. Configure. Do you want to get notified? Yeah. Click on add notification.
Yes.
Add notification and check all of them. So you'll get email every time a machine is launched, terminated, failed, fail to terminate, whatever. Yeah. Next. Give it a name. Now you want to give a key tags as well, right? So whatever you're giving here, the tags will be given to every machine that is launched in the security group, in the auto scaling group. So type key as name. Value is auto scaled web servers, right? That's it. Review, finish that. So everything that you selected over there is all there in the summary. Okay. Click on close. If you go to your EC2 now, oh, rather, okay. Hold on. Can you pull it up a little bit? Pull it up. The one in the bottom. One in the bottom. Pull it up a little bit. Yeah. To the middle. Yes. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So it says the number of instances 1. Desired is 1. Um, maximum machines that you can have here is 10. Click on activity history. Activity history. Has something been done? Yeah. So it did launch an instance with that instance ID, which is EC6C. If you go to the right click on EC2, open new tab, you will see that the new instance is being created. Yeah, 2 running instances. So see that auto scaled web server is already there, right? With the name. Okay, auto scaled web server. Go back to EC2 on the left side. Yeah, that's good. So all the options that you selected so far, you are able to see here. So I would like you to go ahead and browse through these options and look around them, see what they got. Okay. Now what we will do is we'll actually go ahead and put some stress on it. Okay. So log into that machine.
I didn't get that, Anna. So
So what is the scaling policies? Scaling policy is that when the machine has CPU load more than X percent, 40%, automatically another machine should get created, right? That's what the policy is. So I want you to
yes.
show that. You should prove it now. So let's log into that machine which was created. Yeah, it's still going on. But the question is, will you be able to log into this server? Vivek, Bandhavi,
Yeah. So,
will you be able to log into this server?
mm, I don't know.
Bandhavi, and any questions so far? At least let's talk about that. Is there any confusion here? No questions. Bandhavi.
No, I'm just thinking I never tried that launching that server.
Okay, the reason why I was asking is that why you will be able to log into this server or not is because the security group had just port number 80, it did not have 22, so you will not be able to log into that. That's why I was asking, right? So you have to go back
Oh,
to, yeah. So you have to go back to that security group and modify and add port number 22 out there, right? So click on that launch wizard 1 and add port number 22. Vivek, are you following me?
Yeah. Yes, yes, this one. Yeah, so for this you have to add the security group.
Okay. Which security group we want to modify? Okay.
Um,
That's it, that one, yeah.
which that one?
Yeah, that one. Click on inbound. No, this was not the one, I think. Or was this the one?
that was 8A something, right?
You don't have to struggle so much. Go back
That
to,
is for VPC.
hey, Vivek, go back to EC2 instance, that machine. Yeah, on the bottom, on the very bottom, you see that launch wizard one, security groups. Yeah, that's it. Otherwise, you don't have to remember all of that. You said modify this. Yeah,
So here, should I select HTTP D?
okay. Why are we modifying this group?
For 22 port number
Yeah,
for in
yeah,
order to access the website. Yeah.
yeah. So add port number 22, which is SSH.
Should I need to give the CID after this?
Yeah.
So, or else zero.
Yeah. From where do you want to connect to that machine on SSH is what it is asking.
Security group adding it. So it should be an internet like all zeros or
Just all zeros, yes. Right, that's it. Now try to putty. You need to have the PEM file and PPK file.
yeah. I don't know. So should I log in for this one, the Autoscaling,
Yes,
the new one?
yes.
Okay.
EC2-user. There's a problem with the PEM file, yeah? You don't have to, it's not a PEM file that you have to point to. You have to point to a PPK file, not a PEM file. From a PEM file, you generate a private key. That is a ppk file. Right, now go back to that machine, go back to the notes. Now read again what's written there, notes which I sent. Yeah, so let me know to that point. Okay, let's go ahead and put that, install that stress on that machine. So command is sudo yum um, sudo yum install stress.
Is this good?
Uh,
Sudo.
YUM, I guess.
Yum, right?
Yum.
Yep.
Yes. So we
Go back to
install
the notes and see what command is there.
this one, stress minus C to minus I.
Yeah, can you copy that? Copy all of that
Yeah.
and paste it there. You will not be able to see anything now, but right click on the top, very top, and say duplicate session. Easy to have a user. Okay, now drag it on the right side and type the top command.
The top command.
Top, top, top. The top is like your task manager. It tells you the processes that are running. So you see one of the column is percentage CPU. So at this time there is no load on that server. So hence the CPU is 0, right? CPU percentage is 0. On the left side, let's run that command again. Will you run the command? So the CPU spiked up a little bit. Oh, I did not ask you to run the top command again. Just do Control C on the left side. And run that command up arrow twice. Yeah, so did you see the CPU spike? 25, 25? Do you see the difference, guys? Now the CPU will come down again,
Yes.
right? So now change that 10 seconds to about 600 seconds.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Copy paste that command and edit that 10 to
Just with the
16.
up arrow once.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll see that CPU going high. So 600 seconds is like what, 5 minutes, right? No, 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
So CPU will be constantly at that rate for 10 minutes, which is very high. So according to our policy, you should have another machine getting created, right? Right?
Yes.
Right. So let's go
Yeah.
back to EC2.
Yes.
Let's go back to EC2. On the left side, scroll down to auto scaling groups. My battery is very low, about 5% now. I don't have a charger, so just in case we drop off, it's because of that. Click on activity history and see what's going on. So it has launched two machines. There, see that automatically. The number of instances in the auto scaling group is 3. So right in some time, you will have 2 machines there. So you can go to ECT, EC2 under the instances. You can see that the machines are actually being created, right?
So yeah, so these are the two
Automatically, everything
auto
is,
scale, little scale, two more.
automatically they are getting created. Now, if you don't do anything for now, just go back to
We'll
that.
go for
Yeah, go back to that instance and do Control C on the stress.
alright.
Just do Control C on the stress. Yeah, Control C here. You will see that the machines will get automatically terminated in about a minute. So you can see the status in the auto scaling group. Go back to auto scaling groups in the activity history. Yeah. So here you will see terminating instances as well. Just wait for a minute and you will see terminating instances. Okay. Just a moment.